Are there plans to add? Here's a question about the game, actually. Are there plans to add blueprints to Steam Cloud? I frequently switch between my main desktop and
Right.
playing handheld Steam Deck, and it's really annoying not having blueprints on one.
So we did a follow up on that. We talked to the folks working on that system. Like one of the main reasons why blueprints weren't part of like the same save directory as the save files, and so they could be cloud synced, etc., was like out of like scared that because people were moving blueprints a lot more than they were moving save files, the risk of accidentally like messing up your save directory or like you're moving save files and stuff like that, and like cloud save kicking in and like readjusting and like all the like potential for human error made it so scary that we were like, let's not do it for now. The big trade-off though being that you can't cloud sync your blueprints, and that kind of sucks. um, I wonder if we can sort of revisit that conversation and see if there's anything we can do, because it would be really nice to have blueprints being able to be cloud synced, not only for the sake of being cloud synced, but also if you're using GeForce Now, you would actually be able to like get access to your blueprints. Um, so that's sort of the state of that. Why that is at the moment. It's because we're scared. We're cowards. But it's like it would suck.
Save data. It's so scary. You don't want to mess with save
Yeah,
data.
it's so scary, especially
Yeah.
like there's nothing more frustrating than like spending hundreds of hours on a save file and then it gets corrupted for whatever the reason, even if it's like human error,
Yeah.
if you're messing up, or if like it's something we did, or cloud sync or Steam and Epic, like whatever, you get a hard drive that's faulty, like whatever the reason is, it sucks. And like if we can mitigate that in any possible way, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And that's sort of one mitigation strategy we had there with deciding to not put the blueprints in the same folder as the save directory. Because it really is a thing where like if you change any files in your save directory outside of the game, and then when you go to Steam or Epic and boot it up, they'll be like, "Oh, there's something changed here," and then that you get that scary pop up where like, "Do you want to use the local ones
Yeah.
or the public ones?" And it's I mess it up so many times too, like where I'm like, "Is it? Wait, which one is the one I want to click here? Because I want to get the latest one, right? But then what if?" And then
Yeah. It's so scary.
yeah, so I always save my save files before I press that button just in case and back it up.
Yeah. Whenever that pops up, I always make a copy
Yeah.
immediately. Yeah. But yeah, it's so why not have the blueprints in a shared folder for all the saves? We can do that. It's not that we can't put them into a cloud save structure. That is doable. But the issue is like the consequence of that. That's what we're sort of scared of. Yeah.
Because when you put it in the same directory, and what I just said, with like if you're changing it outside of the game, Steam will look at the whole directory and see like, oh, this changes here, and they will change everything. So like if
Yeah.
it's omega scary. Too risky. I go play something else. Yeah.
Perhaps a dual save for blueprint sync save and local save option flag, so that you could have an option to do either. I mean, that could be an option. Well, I mean, in theory, I actually don't know.
No, not
but
really,
like,
because
no?
everything in the
Sorry.
directory is affected. So like you can be in a situation where you change the file, and then on Epic or Steam, it notices like, oh, the whole like the structure or like whatever, the files don't match anymore, and I should pull the entire directory.
So I think what they were saying is you could have this option so that you could add them to the cloud saves at your own risk.
Yeah.
At your own risk. So you can enable that if you wish. I think that's probably doable, but like, I don't know. It's who knows. It's something that needs to be considered like very carefully by the team.
Yeah.
But like, let the team know that you would want it. Just let them know. I think that they're aware of that, and maybe one day they'll, if maybe it's something that we can sit and try and tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had like some of the worst emails to get are like people who contact us about cloud save issues, and they were like, "Hey, my like 400 hours are gone. Can you please get it back?"
Yeah.
And I'm like they're on Steam. I know that there's like the remote storage thing that you can go to, and sometimes that has like cloud data in there.
Yeah, if you haven't
each of the games.
yet.
Yeah, I don't think Epic has something like that. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Nope. Not as far as I know.
But we don't have access to those saves. They're not served. They're not saved on our servers or something. It's handled by the platform. And even with just regular normal usage, sometimes weird things can go wrong, and it's scary and heartbreaking. But,
Yup.
yeah.
It's also harsh when like they've also like contacted us and clearly specified that like I pressed this button and then all my save files were removed. It's like, yeah, I don't want to be the person to tell you, like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing we can do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Back up your save files. That's the best thing to do. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, especially for this update. Just saying.
Delete your save files ahead of time, the cloud can't do it. It'll do the opposite. You delete it ahead of time, and you open the game, and it re-downloads your save files.
Oh boy, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, always back up your saves. I've always got like fresh saves stored somewhere. Especially when I'm thinking about like I'm switching between Steam and Epic, home PC, work PC, different branches on Steam or Epic or whatever, for like development branches. Always backing up my saves. It's an interesting question. What about blueprints that are shared between saves, even if they aren't in the cloud? I don't. I mean, that's how that they're always shared, right? Like they're saved separately to save files, and they're not in the cloud. That's how it functions. So in this case, yeah, that's the problem, and changing that and putting them in the cloud creates these other issues that we're concerned about.